Oh my god. Does it count though if you're like if you do it twice? I don't know. Anyways, it should be fine. Okay. Just hopefully nothing goes wrong. Wait, let me backtrack for a bit. What does that? No, I'm not a human. Oh wait, that's the horror game, right? I think I've seen some posts about it, although I don't really know what it's about.
違う違う。ナシャタウンの北側の方さ。また新しいのがこれで仕方ない。もともとこっちに配備されてるライトキーパーは少ないんだ。
このままじゃ店を畳むしかないぞ。
そりゃ逆だ。今が絶好のチャンスだろうがよ。うちの兄貴はワイ。
おう、あさりに行くのか。
Oh my god, they're really going to be scavengers, and we're just standing there. That's like, yeah, the Tabibito eavesdropping so shamelessly. Hmm. Wait, the stream is okay now, right? Okay, I think it should be okay now. Yeah, sorry about that a while ago. Hopefully the computer is good now, but I don't know.
そうだよな。ワイルドハントを何とかしたとしても、こういうやつはモラのためならきっと別の危険なところに飛び込むぞ。
I can't even check any claimed. Wait, oh yeah, they should though. Supposed to be. I think I maxed it for like one stream per person. Once per stream per person. Oh, I'm so surprised. I don't know how Dragon Tuna is able to do that twice. I will see if I can fix that. Anyways, unless it glitched or something.
モラ好きでも臆病なら大した問題は起こせないんだぞ。
Oh, does it work now? Oh, there! Okay. Where would he even begin with such an investigation? Yeah, Twitch is a mess. But everything is a mess all the time nowadays. I feel like I should close a bunch of things, but I don't know. I already closed quite a lot of things. Yeah, I was wondering if you'd be willing to carry around the moon marrow instead. I mean, you kind of match though. You're both like floaty, glowing things. Starting Act 2. Let us see. Where are we going to talk to? Oh, there, I know. And one of the light keepers, I think. Also, one thing I discovered is that Flynn seems to be very, very bad at studying or something, because it's like, oh, we ended up doing one of those anecdote things, and he just wanted to like distract Aino, and Aino was giving an engineering lecture about how to fix street lamps or something like that. What the fuck? I know. Really? That's how you greet us? Oh, free manual labor detected. No. No, I never do anything for free in this game. I need some kind of reward or initiative to actually, like, you know, start exploring or do stuff in general. Come to think of it, what is Flynn's position in the Lightkeepers? What? What? Wait, you're telling me he's Flynn's boss? Really? Like, I figured Flynn's would be the boss of all of them. I feel so disappointed now. What the heck is this? Like, no, are you are you for real? We have a generic NPC as the boss of Flynn's? Man.
よろしくな。
Were you talking about the canon? Yeah.
早めに逮捕スターダストビーチのワイルドハント問題の直後、さらに2つ。
フリンズが本部に戻って増援を呼んだんじゃないのか。
フリンズは本部に戻っ。
オイラたちはそう聞いてるぜ。
Oh my god, are we ratting out Flynn's? What if he said he was going to go to headquarters but he actually didn't or something?
今のところ彼からの連絡はありません。部隊を率いて。
Oh my god, what happened? What happened to Flynn's?
フリンズはよく命令外のことをします。
I mean, you shouldn't though. It's like you're an NPC.
つまり今回はあいつが勝手に。
それは何とも。以前にも本部に連絡したことがあるのですが。
Why do they even have a headquarters if their headquarters is so useless?
ワイルドハントがなどくらい全土のランダムな場所で発生していることはご存知。
This has been a real test of her endurance to say the least. Yeah, look into the stream, KRAI.
常に最も緊急を要する地点に派遣され、重要度の高い任務。
We are moving into Act 2 of the Archon quest, finally. Hey, why though? I usually start the stream at the same time every single Tuesdays and Thursdays. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes life gets busy and all that. There are times when I also get late when I start my streams. Mostly I get distracted. Like before, like maybe 5 to 10 minutes before my usual time. Like, okay, I have to prepare. And then suddenly I get distracted reading some kind of article or like scrolling through social media or something. And then by the time I pay attention, it's like, oh my god, I'm like 10 minutes late. Yeah. He sounds nice enough, but it feels like he's hiding something. This whole spiel sounds like a smokescreen.
私たちは事前に人手を配置して、ライトキーパーと大砲の担当を決め、私の方でできる事前準備は完了したのですが。
I remember till 7:25 that today's stream date, and I started doing doom scrolling YouTube. Yeah. Social media is such a pain sometimes. This is why I set alarms in my phone so I don't get distracted by things like that. I have only allowed myself 30 minutes of Facebook, 45 minutes of Twitter, and 45 minutes of Instagram, which is actually still quite a lot. But it's drastically better than before, because I remember there was this one time I actually spent over 4 hours on Instagram in a single day. I was like, damn, that's like so much of my waking hours just spent doom scrolling. Yeah, Facebook I have 30 minutes. Because I also get distracted looking at cooking videos and all that. But there are times, to be fair, there are times when I actually do need Facebook just for like actual legitimate purposes. Because like nowadays, it's kind of typhoon season, so the rains have been pretty bad in my area. So a lot of times I don't know if my office is safe to go to or not. So I have to check like the pages of like the local government offices and stuff like that to see their announcements. Like they're going to say like, oh, you know, the flood warning levels at this is like red or yellow or whatever, or like the river levels are at this point, or like the rainfall levels are at this point, kind of like that. And then depending on the situation, I end up having to like call my boss saying, oh hey, you know, the weather's too bad here, I don't think I can go to the go on site anymore, something like that. I mean, thankfully it doesn't happen like too often.
わかりました。
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss these days, especially because there's apparently a super typhoon going to come. I think by Friday, which is kind of scary to think about. So, I just hope that it doesn't actually get like that bad, because it's kind of unfortunate it's happening over the weekend. It's like supposedly it will arrive maybe like start like maybe Friday night until Saturday morning, something like that. But yeah, thank you. I will honestly just try to spend more time at home, which isn't really different from my usual anyways. But yeah, it's just going to work. That's a pain. So I kind of jealous of all like the students and government workers, because every time there's a suspension, they're always included. But it's pretty much like, as an adult, they suddenly expect you to become a fish, because like, when you're a kid, it's like, oh, we'll suspend classes because it's dangerous for you to go into class. And then when you're an adult, it's like, figure it out for yourself. You can do it. You're old enough. It's like, becoming an adult did not suddenly give me gills or something. I cannot suddenly start swimming in floodwater just because I'm older. So, yeah, it's kind of a pain. I deleted Instagram due to how addictive it was. Only YouTube and some Twitter. Oh my god, I should, but then I really don't want to delete Instagram. I use it. I actually need it a lot. Mostly for cooking videos as well. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm trying little by little to cut down on it. So I started out actually with a timer for like, I think 1.5 hours, and then I cut it down to 1 hour, and then now it's like 45. So maybe eventually going to like set it to 30 minutes, and I won't feel like super desperate to use it anymore. Boss be like, buy a mini. I mean, to be fair, we actually had a coworker who said he couldn't go into work, and then that time I was like telling my boss like, okay, so is his absence like excused, right? Because it's like his first floor of his building was flooded, so he can't actually go out of the house. And he's like, oh no, it's still counted as like a leave, like let's say quote unquote vacation leave. I was like, huh, why? But like it's a flood. And he's all like, do you think that if this guy was going to go on vacation the next day and his flight, like he had to go to the airport, do you think he would not find a way to like find a boat to go to the airport so he could go on his vacation? I was like, I don't really think that's remotely the same situation, but like, okay, fine, whatever. It's like you can think of it on your own. Yeah.
ダメダメ、それだけは絶対にダメ。
Wait, I feel like I missed some. Okay, wait. I feel like I missed some conversation. Okay, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my boss is like super petty about the whole thing. Unfortunately for that coworker, I also don't like him, so I didn't really care enough to like defend him any further though. Cause he was so mean. Like he's one of those people, like he's new. He only started working in May and he was placed under my care. And then pretty much in the first week of meeting him, I was like, yeah, this guy is not going to survive in our office because he has like such an insane attitude issue. He's like one of those people that gets like really, like he doesn't know how to take criticism. If you tell him he's wrong or he did some work wrong, he will just kind of like look at you really meanly or like say, okay, I understand, and he's actually not going to like fix it. So yeah, the hilarious thing, the first week that he came into our office, pretty much everyone in the office already immediately hated him because our office is kind of quiet in the mornings. Like before official working hours, the lights are always off because people tend to take a nap before the work starts, because if a lot of people are commuting, they're going to be exhausted, or they probably woke up really early to commute and all that. So obviously, if you expect, like, if you enter the office and the lights are off and everyone is sleeping, in your case, you would obviously have the common sense to like be quiet as well, right? Just for courtesy purposes, just to be like a decent human being. You know what he did instead? He would whip out his electric fan. He has like one of those mini handheld electric fans and put it at like the max settings. When it's at max setting, it's like the equivalent of having like an airplane engine inside the office. It's so freaking loud. And yeah, so pretty much everyone hated him. And then the brand of his electric fan is called Jisoo Life. So people didn't even know his name. They just called him the Jisoo Life guy. Like, that's it, the Jisoo Life guy. Because like, it's like, you know how insane that is? Literally, first few days of the office and people automatically hate you because you're so inconsiderate. Even for something as easy as that. Like, they don't even know your name. They don't know anything about you. They don't know your background. And all they can think about is like, wow, you're such an asshole doing that so early in the morning during lunchtime. Because during lunchtime, most people also take a nap, so they will also turn off the lights, and he also turns on the fan. I was like, that time, I was like, first time I met him, I told him, you can just turn on the air conditioning unit and point the what do you call it, the blind, the adjustment things, the blades towards your seat, right? So you can actually like focus on your seat, so you don't need to use your fan. I was like, oh, okay, I can do that, and he did it, and then he still used the fan. I was like, man, are you for real? Like, are you for real right now? Like, literally not a single person would actually, like, think that behavior was normal. Like me, I have a very, very low heat tolerance. I would actually prefer a really cold office as well, but I have never once in my life done something as selfish as that. It's like, yeah, I know, right? It's like, even if you've never met the guy, like, just hearing the story just makes you so pissed off because it's like such a petty thing. But it's not something that you can really fix because it's like your attitude, I guess. If it's like your work, like you can just teach him how to work and then he will develop the skills for it. But when it comes to like these personal issues, like it's just so hard to change.
ピポピポを使って大砲をチェックすれば何をすればいいか教えてくれるの。この本はピポピポの言葉を理解するために必要な本だよ。
この大砲には50を超える異なるメーカーや製造規格の部品が使われています。これはアイノがまとめたその説明書です。なお、ピポピポではなくビルギッタです。
Okay, oh, okay, there. I should be fine. Okay, I think the sound should be okay now. Sorry about that. Okay, I think I pressed it too many times. Yeah, sorry, I think I pressed the mute button too many times, but like, yeah. So yeah, pretty much like for me, when it comes to people in the office, it's just one of two things. It's either you are a very nice person, so people like you, or you just generally don't fight with people, or you're a very good worker, so like you're actually like good at your job. So you have to at least be one of those things to survive in the office, because if you suck at both, you're pretty much out. Like, you literally have no saving grace. So, like, people will not actually vouch for you, or like they're not going to try to support you or anything. And being good at both is like pretty much a miracle. So, like, it's very rare to find people like that. So yeah, this is one of those guys that's just bad at both. Just extremely bad at both. Because I know very, very few people who like him. And at most, the only people that would like him are pretty much in the same category as him. So either also very, very young, fresh graduates who became his friends, but also do not have the unfortunate privilege of working with him. It's like, once you start working with him, let's say if you're working on a project together with him, you're gonna realize it's so difficult to work with. Like, he has so many mistakes, even like basic stuff. Like, encoding work is just like impossible with him. Like, I had to double check all of his work, and I probably found over like 10-15 mistakes already within the span of like 20 minutes of checking. So it's like, I cannot do this. Oh, I ended up complaining to my boss about it, and they're just like, yeah, we cannot hire this guy. Like, I don't really care how desperate you are for like new people in the office, but it's just going to make everyone suffer if you hire him and then he just drags down the whole team.
それじゃあ歩きながら探してみようぜ。これか？違うみたいだ。
What are we doing now?
あっちはどうでしょう。
どれだ？
What are we supposed to do?
うわ、飛んだぞ。当たりか？どうすればいいんだ？
Yeah, oh my god. Oh, I don't think you would enjoy our work though. Our work involves talking to way too many people, which is kind of ironic because when I got this job, I was under the assumption that I wouldn't have to talk to anyone. Yeah, we just get like the bare minimum amount of documents and just like go about my day. And like ends up the more time I spend in this work, the more people I have to talk to on a day-to-day basis. I'm constantly talking to very high-level people that I don't want to. Like how many times I've already talked to like presidents and VPs and like those CEO types in my work, and it's just so frustrating. Yeah. Anyways, there are a lot of times when like the work really doesn't feel like it's worth it. Yeah, talking to people sucks. It's just not this, which is so ironic because I like streaming, but it's not the same thing because streaming is like you're talking to a very specific group of people who probably like the same things that you do, so it's fun. And you know, you have like a common interest, but talking to people who are like maybe, I don't know, how much older, like double, triple your age and earning maybe 10 times more than you, but don't know how to do their job properly, it's just like such a pain, my god. Like there's so many people I know who earn such a high salary, but they're so shit at their jobs. It's like, can I just do your job for you and get your salary instead? I would be like so happy to do that. What is this? Okay, this is such a weird stage. Yeah, I got a new chat overlay! Yes. Because it was on sale. I kept browsing through VGen and I found one that I really liked. And I was so happy that it was on sale, so... Yeah, this is actually, there's also like... I think even like the chat alerts or something? What do you call that? Yeah, like, you know, like those new follower alerts, new subscriber alerts, all those I think are built into this as well. Even the goal bar widget thing on the upper right corner is also included in this whole package. Actually, there was a lot more stuff included in the package, but I didn't really want to put it all over the screen anymore because I felt like it would be way too crowded, so I'm just sticking to like the more basic stuff. I did like 2.5 hours of arcade quest and got like 35 primos for it. Gotta skip the quest and start exploring if I want to farm for primos. Yeah, pretty much. I feel like I'm going to do things properly this time around though, so I'm going to start with the Archon quest and I'm going to list down all of the world quests involved and then mark them off one by one while I'm watching guides, because I realized the problem with a lot of Genshin quests is that there's no list, so you don't actually know if you've finished something or not without some kind of like guideline or checklist or something like that. It's like I feel like I missed so many things, especially in Fontaine. I missed a fuck ton of world quests in Fontaine just because I didn't even know that they existed until I needed to do something else, and they're like, okay, you need to finish this other thing first. It's like, what other thing? It's like, what are you talking about? Only 7 days left for Llama and only at 48 pity. No, you can do it. You're like halfway there already. I think there should be around like 200 plus chests around Not Cry. So, yeah. And I think few days from now, wait, when is September 28th? September 28th is Sunday, right? Right? Hey, let me check the calendar. We are starting to get like the anniversary rewards by then, so you have a little bit of like a last chance. Yeah, Kim Dao. Oh, I follow I followed Kim Dao in the early days, back when I was doing Mondstadt and Lia, but nowadays I follow Kyo Steve, mostly because I prefer to have some kind of audio running in the background while I'm exploring, because he talks about like how, like, where you go. Like, he actually has like a kind of like a narration while he's doing the tutorial. Because Kim Dao's is mostly like she's just quiet the entire time, which I survived that in the early days, but I can't do that anymore because I have like no attention span. Like, if I just leave it running, I'm going to look at it like maybe 2 hours later and realize I finished the whole video and did no exploring at all. Yeah, I like him a lot. It's just, I also didn't know that he was actually, I think, Italian, I think, or French. I'm not a wait, something like I just know he was like European. Although actually I might have been mistaken. But anyways, I just yeah. Still, although to be fair, I don't really notice accents that much, so I didn't really notice back then, but his tutorials are good. I really like watching them because they're very comprehensive. So yeah, I pretty much did. Oh, I did actually finish all of the world quests in like the last area of Natlan. I'm so amazed. I actually did it. Like, I watched his entire 5.8 playlist of all the world quests and everything, and I did every single one of them. So, hooray! At least I have like almost one area clear. Like, technically the only thing I have left is the chest hunting. But all the world quests and like maybe those a few achievements are actually like cleared out, so I'm super happy about the whole thing. Yeah, that took so long though, so many days. I have like a whole ass checklist that I wrote on paper next to me on like a memo pad thing, so I've been checking them off one by one. I feel like I did not even put in this much effort when I was studying or something. But then again, it has been so many years since I last studied anything seriously. Hmm. Then again, research is exhausting. I think I'm decently good at research, but I just really hate doing citations and all that. So, anyways, I think probably the last time I did any legitimate serious studying is when I got accepted into my current job, and then they were all like, "Oh, you have to take a test. Yeah, you have to like study for a bit because we're gonna give you like a test." And then I took it so seriously that until now I'm still like the record holder for like the highest scores in the whole office, which is kind of insane because I've been working in this office for so many years already, and not a single person has beaten my record in all this time. And then I kind of feel irritated because that feels like I spent too much effort compared to everyone else. It's like we all have the same job, but like why did I why did I study so hard for this?
また丸い記号が出てきたな。でもどの記号がどこらへんかもふむ。点滅のパターンにご注意ください。メンテナンスの優先度が高いからメンテナンスが完了するまで運転が止まるんだ。入力モードの説明は
Yeah, who the heck designed that kind of manual though?
疲れた。
Yeah, congrats, Paimon. Oh my god, you know the hilarious thing? It's like, what if she got better at reading all of these textbooks because Al Haytham keeps giving her stuff to study. That's so cute though. But yeah. Just saying, I was a very good student before when I was younger. I actually got awards in school for things like that. Oops. Yeah. Spent way too much time in libraries back in college just because they were air conditioned, and I really disliked hot places. All of my reasons are always so petty for doing things, but comfort over everything else, honestly. I wasn't very interested in making friends back then. Reminder in Genshin, 5 days left for that event. Yeah, oh my god! Wait, the The Aino event, right? Damn it, I still have not made any progress in that because I've been hoping to finish the Archon quest before I do it. But I don't know, I feel like I might have to rush a bit.
走りよりは
Of course not. Running errands is so much easier because it's no thoughts head empty, you know? I wish I would have studied as good as you. I don't know. It's like, well, I guess it's mostly my parents' fault because they're like very high achieving people as well. Yeah. Although that was mostly like the foundational portion. And then later on, I just felt like I had to be competitive with myself. I'm not actually competitive with other people in the sense that if you ask me for help, I will help you. So pretty much even in the office, sometimes like I think when they used to give like lectures during the end of the week and then they'd give a test afterwards, like if people actually ask me for the answers, I will probably just give them. But then like so long as my answers are correct, I don't really care about other people's answers. Yeah. I just had like my own self standards. Mostly because like I just like seeing higher scores. But then again, that was always like
スーシさんがこ
exhausting on my part.
それを付け替えたら終わり。
データ記録を確認させていただきます。大砲を発射するとき強い反動が発生します。
へえ、固定しないと。
斬新な例えですがその通りです。この部品は壊れやすく素材の性能も期待。さて7分ほど待つ計算。
Oh, crumb cake.
働いた後の重いものは格別
It has best free-to-play event weapon for llama or other ER-hungry characters. Well, yeah, there's actually a lot of good free-to-play options this time. I think even the craftable weapons are also pretty good.
点検前に加熱器を作動させておいたのです。熱々の
What the fuck? Where did she get those? Kinda same. Back when I was in college, I would consider anything less than 80% like a failing grade. It really took my mistakes the wrong way. Yeah, honestly, that's not a. That was like such a difficult way to live, but I don't know. Back then, it seemed like it was so normal. Mostly because I went to a very good college, so everyone's standards were just really high.
順調だった。
So pretty much by the time I graduated, it was expected to get honors. In a sense, like if you didn't get honors, you would be like the weird one. So the pressure was too high.
では私は
I don't know. I didn't enjoy my college life though because I spent too much time studying. But that's how it is. It's a little bit too late to change anything anyways.
私も
I just try not to regret it too much.
本当
I feel like which is probably why I'm kind of overcompensating now by playing so many games because like back then I really did not play a lot in comparison. Nothing too heavy anyways.
先に失礼します
Craftable weapon also good, like sword give HP and ER, so good for Farina. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, about that. I forgot that was, you know, that time when I was reading the description for that sword, I actually was thinking like what kind of sword user needs HP like that. I really couldn't remember anyone back then that would actually use it. So yeah, so Farina. I think the catalyst is also good for Lauma. And the pole arm is good for flints. I feel like a lot of the initial weapons will definitely be designed for like the characters in KRAI. And also, I did not know that apparently characters like Lauma and Flints would be better off with like an attack bonus rather than a elemental damage bonus goblet. So good thing I have not actually finished farming yet.
もし興味があれば
I haven't checked what fishing would give. Yeah, fishing. I did not even bother fishing in that land, like at all. I kind of saved a few fishing spots, but I don't think I even made the bait at all. I don't even know where like the fishing association is. It's just unfortunate because the only time that it was really worth it to do any fishing was back in Inazuma. Literally the first instance of them introducing the whole fishing mechanic. And that was probably like the best free-to-play weapon you could get for Raiden Shogun. And then afterwards, it's like, nah, I don't know. I don't even know what the Fontaine weapon does. I don't know what the Natlan weapon does, so it's... I think just the requirements in general were just like way too high for fishing, because it was... Fishing in general is not an interesting activity. Like, I didn't even enjoy fishing in games like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, so like, why would I enjoy them in a game like Genshin? And I kind of miss a fishing event because like back then, someone actually did the fishing event. They got their achievement during a fishing event because like the fish kept spawning and spawning and spawning in like quick succession, so they actually finished it there. And I realized back then I probably should have done the same thing because I think now my fish count is like maybe only like 1,000, which is just halfway there. So it's like, and that was a record that I set like years ago, like literally Inazuma time. So pretty much after that, I never really bothered fishing anymore.
みんなこんなに急いでるんだし。
Llama would not be good with attack. Starchius EM Maxer can build her hybrid with... Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Llama would be triple EM or EM with double EM with crit. But for Flynn's though, apparently he needs attack percentage, which is kind of confusing. I feel like I would have to use more guides first before I actually start like actively farming for specific pieces and all that.
忙しいからその話は後で。
I feel like Aino's personality is just purely about food. Like, okay, which is kind of ironic coming from me, but still, you know. She's always just talking about her snacks. Which is kind of well, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm also like super snack heavy anyway, so I'm not going to judge. Otherwise I would be so hypocritical of me. Fontaine weapon is best for free-to-play Farina. It gives so much ER and crit rate. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what the Fontaine weapons do at all. As in 0.
気がするぞ。なあ、ついでにこの前言ってたフラッグシップのベリーとお肉のソテーも食べて。ヒヒ。ずっと気を張り詰めてるのもダメだろ。
Hey, when they said berries and fried meat, are they talking about schnitzel with like a berry jam? I'm suddenly thinking about that.
うちの宿にご宿泊のお客様です。
別に部屋に戻りたいわけ。
はい。安心しておくつろぎいただけるよう、フラッグシップのパーティーは招待制となっております。
Yeah, how does one get invited?
しかし、ナドくらいではお金と同じぐらいつてが重要なのです。
まあ、お前。はあ、しょうがない。ネフェルだよな。気分な、でも、頼み事があって来たことがバレたら、そういえば、前にこれからヒーシ島に行くんだし、ラウマに月髄を使ってもらうネフェルが報酬の話をしなかったら、ちょっとした人助け。
Wow, Paimon is getting so smart! Really? She's actually thinking of all of this like convoluted methods? Yeah, Paimon, you're getting good. 45% ER and 16% crit rate and 36% ER when using E-skill Fontaine fishing. Oh, that is really good then. Yeah, it's too bad I would never use it. Because I ended up getting her signature weapon anyways. I don't know, you know, back in the early days, I never cared about characters' signature weapons. I think it only started with HSR. Like, after Star Rail, I just kept going for signature weapons, even though I knew that there were, like, good alternatives to them. Oh, this is so... Okay, this is kind of... inconvenient. Maybe we should have just teleported to the curatorium. Why are we here? Should I just jump down? This is taking a while. I don't even know. See, we should have just jumped down on our own. I have 2 Xiaopol, but my Shangling used catch because I farmed for it. Yeah, honestly, if you had the catch, you would definitely use it because you basically spent all your blood, sweat, and tears on that thing.
あんたたちか。何の用だい？
別に、ちょっと挨拶しに来ただけだ。あと、これからヒーシ島に行くから。
How thoughtful of them. But they want something from me in return. Yeah, of course Nefer knows how it works.
に越したことはないし、こっちもしばらくヤフォダが今薬を取りに行ってる。じきに戻ってくるから。
あり
Yeah, let me guess. The Wild
あんた
Hunts?
たちも外で聞いただろ。今ナシャタウンはいろんな輩でごった返し。
Well, to be fair, I think even Shao's weapon is not really like that good of a weapon anymore these days. Mostly because like the requirements take so long to activate. You have to hit so many times just to ramp up the buffing, and then I think it also resets every time you switch characters, right? We stretched so thin that our clients have taken to competing for our services via auction.
今ここで無料の情報を得るのは不可能ってこと。
こいついきなりオイラたちの道を塞いだぞ。
悩みの種って言えば、そりゃまあワイルドハントだね。何をするにも
Oh my god. Oh my god, she's so smug about the whole thing. Yes, we can do the cargo safety thing for you. That stupid protecting the balloon thing all over again.
オイラたちにできそうだな。
Do 5 normal attack to get buff, which I never do. Only good for stat stick. Yeah, my god, that takes so long. Like, you're not really even... If you're using Shangling, I don't know, would it really activate? I feel like it's not really worth it. For me, pretty much, it's... When it comes to Shangling, it's always ER. Like, I can understand people who don't run her with ER, but at the same time, I can't understand people who don't run her with ER. Because what do you mean? Like, it's so hard to manage her without her burst. Like, that is literally the most crucial thing about her. So for me, it's like pretty much like, as even with characters like Yelan, like you could definitely build her differently, but for me, I would always build them with like a lot of ER. It's like I just want a smooth rotation. I don't want to be stuck in like a dead zone where I'm like fighting a battle, and then when I switch to them, their burst is not ready when I switch to them. Like I need it to be ready like now. So like just having really high ER like makes it drastically easier, even at the cost of like a little bit of damage. Because for me, like not having their burst is like a bigger damage loss as opposed to whatever difference you have from like switching over to like a more damage oriented build.
私たちの立場が似てるからさ。
All good support. Yeah, Xiao's NA is super slow. Like I don't know why he swings his spear around so much, considering like he's so short, and I feel like it'd be better to have like a stabbing motion as opposed to like a slamming down kind of motion. Yeah, all good support need ER and rest DPS. I have signature like for Xiao, Raiden, and Arlecchino. Yeah, Arlecchino's is so good. I love her so much. Also, she attacks really fast, which is like really my style. I prefer fast attackers, which is why I'm not good with Claymore users, like at all.
あんたも私もワイルドハントが引き起こす混乱を何とかしようとしてるだろう。
ワイルドハントで金儲けをし
誰かさんは物言いたげな情勢が混乱している今、冒険者協会も依頼が増えるはずだよ。
それは
私たちは確かに混乱から利益を得てる。ワイルドハントで大勢死傷者が出て、ナシャタウンに定住してる人たちが逃げて、それにあんたたちがナシャタウンにいるのも。
Arle was such a saving grace for easy gameplay. Yeah, definitely. I still really like running her with a double Hydro and Zhongli setup. Just like basically the fancier Hu Tao. It's like easier to manage. Actually, yeah, she is very much like Hu Tao because her burst also heals. Except she doesn't have the restriction of being healed like any time, so I don't know. You should keep not try the paradise people say it is. Is it really a paradise though? At least until our respective goals have been accomplished.
ここにはみんなを無条件にだ。じゃあその行いは称賛に値するね。それがあんたにとっていいこととはか。でもあいつらは隠れるのが上手だし、他人の姿に何か新しい情報が手に入ったら。
Any buff abyss have just use Arlecchino. Yeah, she can solve so many problems.
私がバックアップする。いい仕事ができそうじゃないかい。
確かにな。利益しか見
I'm on. I mean, why are you admitting that to her too? I'm pretty sure she's still like probably 90% cares about profit.
結構正確な評価だと思うけどね。
それって
あんたたちが入ってきた瞬間から どう切り出すか考え。
そんな。
姉さんただいま。あれ、あんたたちもいたんだ。
ああ、ラーマに薬を届けてくれるって申し出てくれたのさ。
Totally free of charge. Well, that is still debatable
そうなの
though.
か？よかった。じゃあ、あたいは休んでくるよ。
ダメ。まだ行ってほしいところが。
もう何日も残業してんのに。まあ、残業代は出るから。
Yeah, although in my case, honestly, I would not really trade overtime for extra pay. I cannot because like my mental health would like tank so hard if I had to work any longer than absolutely necessary.
じゃあ早くこの薬を届けようぜ。
Is this salt?
そんなはずは。
はあ、
確かあの時は雨が降ってて。あ、もしか。
Eh? Oh my god. Did the medicine get stolen? Oh my god, look at Never's face. She's so pissed. Look at that. This is hilarious. I played the quest till she got fired. Yeah. She's back now though. She's fine. That was just like, yeah. She's alive at least.
おい、そんなに急いだら危ないぞ。
この後の予定は？
オイラたちもそのつもりだったんだけど、あんまり収穫がなくて。
ああ、そういえば今日はパーティーの日だったね。
Party?
ちょうどいい。
どうやったら招待を受けられる？
ルールに従う必要なんてないさ。
Eh, are we going to sneak in? I mean, if you were gonna sneak in, we didn't actually need to, like, ask for your help, though. Are you back here to ask for help? Just write whatever it is on this piece of paper right here. I can't help you, my claws are too sharp. I tear the paper to shreds. Yeah, although there doesn't really seem to be much point talking to the cat, though. Oh, the cat tower. Yeah, I really like cats, and it's just so annoying that I can't have pets. I really wish I could get one though. Although, you know, one thing I just discovered is that my coworker is apparently allergic to dogs. But she also has dogs at home, so it's like I don't really know what her family is thinking. Because like, why would you have dogs at home if your own family members like can't handle them? It's to the point that she holds a dog for even just a few minutes, she'll get like rashes all over her arms. So I'm extremely confused about the whole situation. But yeah. So she was like, oh, you know, I really want a cat. It's like, why don't you? It's like, oh, because my mom doesn't want a cat. Like, but she wants dogs and you're allergic to dogs. Like, that feels like really unbalanced situation, you know? And I feel like if your daughter's allergic to dogs but you still have dogs, you might as well just get her a cat to compensate. Cause like, damn, that would feel so lonely if you have like family pets that you can't actually like hang out with.
ネフェルさん、
Families are so weird sometimes when they do things like that.
さ
ああ、私がパーティーのルールをちゃんと説明してなかったんだ。すまなかったね。
いえいえ、とんでもありません。
ネフェルってすごかったんだな。
Yeah. Oh, really? You don't like pets? Oh. In my case, though, well, I feel like I probably would not enjoy the maintenance of one, but I just like the concept of having a pet, I think. Oh, because they're so cute. I really like cats. Or, well, it's either a cat or like a very big fluffy dog. I like Samoyeds and golden retrievers and like, in general, just like the bigger wolf-shaped dogs. I don't really like the very small ones, like, you know, like those chihuahuas. Like, they're cute enough, but I just like the feeling of hugging something very big. It's like, it's a very different feeling. But I feel like I'm mostly just because I don't hug enough people in real life. That's probably why I prefer to hug a dog. I want to have a cat, I feel like it'd be too much trouble. Yeah, honestly, because like, if you're not working from home and you don't have other, say, family members or other people to take care of the pet, it's like, what are they going to do for the rest of the day? It feels a little bit tricky, so yeah. What is that?
お楽しみのところ悪いね。今回のパーティーにはスペシャルゲストを連れてきた
But yeah, pretty much. Wait, I feel like I lost my train of thought. Yeah, cats are cute, but very high maintenance. But also dogs are high maintenance. My best friend has a dog though, and the dog really likes me. So one of the best feelings is when I got to hug it. It's just kind of sad though, because like the dog is kind of sick right now, or I don't really know if it's like stress or what. But then like most of his fur just kind of fell out. He's like, yeah, just like he has like really like sparse patches of fur everywhere. I can't even take care of myself properly. I got too much trouble. I mean, fair enough. Although I guess most of the time cats can be pretty self-sufficient. I think especially for like older cats, or like I don't know, for me, if I was going to ever adopt a pet, I would definitely get one from a shelter. I would not buy a pet. I don't really like the concept of it, I think, mostly because I feel sad that there's so many pets and shelters everywhere that like, you know, that have been stuck there for like a really long time. Yet yeah, in my case though, my mom dislikes animals in general. Majority of animals. I think the closest she'll tolerate is fish, but only because you don't have to touch it. And she keeps telling me, oh, because you know, I don't really like the feeling of touching like something warm and alive. And I was like, why did you have children then if you were thinking of like that? Because children are basically warm and alive. I don't know, she got so mad at me when I said that though. But like, isn't it basically the same concept when they start out? I don't know, maybe that's just me. That's so mean sometimes, but yeah, cause like I don't know, it feels well to be fair, I feel like she probably has her reasons, but still, it's like because my dad really likes dogs. He actually had like German Shepherds before he married my mom. So I was kind of jealous because I really like German Shepherds. I mean, I feel like I like them a lot because my dad kept talking about how much he enjoyed having his German Shepherds. But yeah, I really like smart dogs. The bigger smart dogs with like the fluffy tail. You know that kind of like banana shaped tail? It's so cute. Like huskies, Samoyeds, German shepherds, like the Belgian Malamute, like that kind of dog. I think there's also like a border collie? Yeah, those are also super cute. 600 posts for Wonder and I only got C2 R1. Oh no! Oh my god. Oh, that's like I hope you got a lot of like extra rolls from it though. Maybe you could like offset it with that. But yeah, I wish you better luck next time though. But yeah, anyways, thank you for joining today's stream. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I also want to have a golden retriever. They're so cute. I really want to hug one. It's like such a nice feeling to like hug such a warm dog. But yeah, my best friend's dog though. He likes me too much. You know, one time I was actually sitting on her sofa. I had my phone on my lap because I was playing a rhythm game that time. And you know, if you know anything about rhythm games, you like basically cannot stop in the middle of it, right? Because you're like hyper focused on like getting that perfect combo. And then like just kind of from my peripheral vision, I saw that the dog was there at the top of the staircase. I was like, oh, that's so cute. He's like excited to see me. And then realized a split second later, holy shit, he's running towards me. And like he just barreled straight to me. And like he just like my phone was on my lap, right? He basically just crashed right through me and like my phone like flipped over, just like crashed into the ground as well. I was like, holy shit, my phone, my combo, and like just everything got ruined so quickly. I even had like that time I even actually had like one of those pop socket things just like to help me hold the phone. And like the whole thing just yoinked off, like just like literally just broke apart because the dog barreled to me like at such a high speed, like literally from the staircase. He ran down so fast. I was like, thank God this phone did not break. I was like, man, that was so traumatizing though. Yeah, I know my combo got broken so bad. Yeah, so I learned from then on never to play rhythm games when her dog was around because like that was so painful. Uh, lost every 50-50 to Dehya and Olya? Wait, who's that other character? Oh, that's so sad though. It's sorry to hear that, but yeah. C2 yeah, I know, she has her uses, but like generally, not really worth it, honestly. It always sucks to get a standard character when you've been hoping for someone limited.
お客さんの性格は人それぞれだからね。
I just wish you better luck next time though. If you're still trying to roll for him in this current patch, at least you still have a few more days. I think the anniversary rewards should be coming soon. So there are at least maybe, I think 10 rolls for that, right?
こっちはこっちで気になった人と話してくる。パーティーの後半には
What the? Mix the first drink. What? I have to make drinks? I actually have to make like legitimate drinks? Why? How did we get dragged into a bartending event? Oh my god, this is the one I kept seeing! I thought this was an event! So it turns out it was part of the main story? Okay. Boreal watch? Tea, milk, and mints. Okay, I think, thank god they actually just give you the ingredient list already. You'll only get 5 rolls in Lava Banner, it's stated the way I heard. Oh, 5?
お疲れ様です。それではお客さんに届けてきてください。
Hey, we have to mix the drink and give it to them? Are you for real? Like, bro, you're already over the counter. Just give it to the give it to the guest. Why do we have to be the one to do it as well? Yeah, oh my god, I can't believe you actually remember this event. So it was there the time that you were playing. Well, I feel like they've had it a few times maybe, like some kind of Angel's Share bartending thing. It's not a very interesting event though, but... My god, they already had the robot thing give the drink, but why do we have to actually put it on their table? Like, bro, just get the drink by yourself. That's like when you go to one of those like Japanese sushi restaurants and they have like a robot cat deliver your food to you. Yeah, in which case pretty much the tray will straight up tell you like, okay, please get your food. And until you've gotten your food, it's not going to leave you alone. And eventually, if you just don't get the food, it will just get so annoyed you start alarming for no reason. But then it's not for no reason, because like technically it was waiting for you? Wait, what do you pretend to check? Bro. You don't get daily claim for 400 gems on Lava Banner. We get only to claim for 2 days rest on Flint's Banner. Oh, they split it. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate then if that's the case. Hmm.
スネージメアはワイルドハントを何とかするつもりなんてなさそうだし、ライトキーパーには実力がない。その組織はもっと頼りない。彼らを信じるくらいなら。
In that canon, yeah. But still though, that's kind of weird. They should have given all the rewards earlier, at least on the first half, so that if you want to use it for Llama, you can already use it for Llama. And then if you want to use it for Flints, you could just save it for when Flints comes out. Why did they do that though? I didn't notice when they were making the announcement because I didn't actually check the dates back then, but that seems kind of like a flaw in the reward system. Here we are, making drinks again. Okay, a bubbly dusk. Juice? Caramel? Wine? What? Who mixes juice? Okay, juice and wine makes sense. That's fine. But like juice and caramel? I don't know about that. That seems a little bit unusual. Because caramel's like kind of sweet. I feel like the caramel would have gotten better with the tea rather than with the juice. But whatever. It's fine. It's like, it's not our drink anyways. Cause they banned smoke, we just forgot about it due to good graphics. Honestly, yeah. Oh my god, I heard something about Honkai Star Rail though. Cause like apparently come the next... I don't know, this is leaks, but I'm not really sure if it was for like the animatic or part of the story quest or something. That apparently we're going to see Dan Feng and Yingxing again. Except Yingxing is like, you know how Yingxing already has like a model, right? He has like his his version from back in the High Cloud Quintet days, but he has like his hair in a ponytail. Except in the new version, apparently they're just going to be using Blade's model with the gray hair color, which doesn't really make sense because like you already made the model before. You made a Yingsing model before, so like why were you going to like why were you just going to recolor Blade again? That doesn't make any sense, you know. It's like such a waste of a good model. So like I'm kind of like really irritated if they actually do that. So I hope they don't. They still have a few more days to like salvage the situation, I guess. Here we are again delivering drinks. As if you guys could not just like pick up the drinks by yourself. Okay, and then we're going to be like subtly hanging around, pretending to check. Xingqiu brother coming or Twitter just coping. Yeah, I heard that as well actually. I don't really know how true it is though, but anyways, it's going to be hilarious because on Twitter there's apparently an account called Daily Xingqiu's brother, but like he hasn't had any new content for years. So who knows? Yeah, Yingsing is Blade. You don't play Star Rail, but Yingsing is like the original name of Blade. And then it's like after a while, Yingsing went through a lot of traumatizing shit, and then he kind of just lost a lot of his older memories, and then he still remembers some of them, but yeah, he's kind of like in a state of madness right now. So he changed his name to Blade. I don't know, for dramatic purposes, I guess. Daily Nicola's had teacup for profile for a year. Holy hell. Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. I'm still honestly surprised at the dedication of some of these like daily accounts. Although there are some actually I think that really go all out. The Daily Dahlia account really went all out. As in super extremely all out just to get Dahlia. They spent so many roles, so that's kind of amazing when you think about it. Surely this town is still of value to those who control it? Of course, but that's all it is, value. For us though, there's no place with Nasha Town, and we're putting its life and ours in their hands. I get what you mean. Oh, let's just see how this plays out first. Yeah, we're making hope. Is this our final drink though? I'm kind of hoping because this is taking like a lot longer than I'm expecting. Lemon, mint, and wine. Okay, that at least that makes sense though. This combination makes sense. Well, I wouldn't really call it wine. I would just call it alcohol though. It's so white. What the heck? Where's all your garnishes? Damn, they couldn't even be bothered to put in the lemon slice or the mint. I think I heard something about like Nicole being playable as well, or someone being playable.
どうだい？何か特別な
あんたらレフェルの友人なんだってな。
Hintsa.
嬉しいよ。
もう他の注文もなさそうだし。
じゃあ座ってくれ。
Oh my god, they really had to explicitly say like, oh, without alcohol for these guys. Really?
基本的には修理をしたり簡単な機械を作っ。
おいらはパイモンだぞ。
Okay, they call me the honorary cocktail knight. Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty much we're a big shot back in Mondstadt. Rare moment, but I think I have all 4 stars. Oh my god, you do! Congrats! I don't have Ian's son actually. And it took me so long to get Sepha's. I feel like there are times when the 4 stars are definitely rarer than some of the 5-star characters.
それはさておき、あの時あんたが助けてくれなかったら。
2人は知り合いなのか？
ああ、ナドクライに来たばかりの頃はモラを貸してくれただけでなく、愛の先生とボイニッチ商会を紹介し。
そんなことがあったのか。ネフェ ルにも優しい。
Oh, so never can be nice. I'm pretty sure because she was thinking of the long-term benefits of having someone like him around.
単に仕事をし
Yeah, I knew it, of course. Wait, don't we already have Aino for that? I mean, Aino's still a child though. She's still relatively like unreliable most of the time, mostly because she's like um she's what do you call that? Prone to like fits of temper tantrums
愛
and
の
all
先
that.
生は最先端の難しい技術も扱える。俺も自分の技術にはそれなりに自信があったんだけどな。長いこと修練を積んでやっとコツがつかめてきた。
ヤフォダの腕の装置もこいつにメンテナンスを。
Oh, Yahoda's a robotic arm? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Hey, is that the first time we've had a character like that in Genshin at least? I know Zenless has quite a lot of that situation.
そういえばこの前あったスーシさんの手も機械で
ああ、どれも愛の先生のさ。
For real, I got Kave last week. Oh my god, last week only? Oh my god. Although to be fair, Kave is not a very good unit. He's just very pretty. I think maybe he might be better now with Llama, but I'm not really sure. I think generally people who play Kave are like extremely dedicated to it, so they're still kind of built differently though. By the way, Tabibito joining his sister and stealing Llama artifact and get played by his sister and Fatui is such a huge L. It made me drop his rating even more. He got fooled so easily. He was like, oh my god, I'm finally with my sister. Yes, you can do things together. And he just kind of fell for like every single one of the traps. So yeah, well, it's okay. He's still a child at heart. Pure-hearted child. Or something like that.
こんなだから。
Although honestly, considering all the stuff that we went through in the past, how many patches, I feel like he should have learned his lesson by now. Especially after all the interludes, it's like, you know, your sister's not on your side anymore, right? She has like bigger goals and aspirations that we know nothing about. Because also she is like incredibly secretive, and honestly I don't understand characters who's always like they won't tell you information and yet they expect you to understand their situation. Like, bro, just tell me what you want so I can decide whether I want to help you or not help you. Like, rather than leaving it like iffy in the air and then just like being salty that I'm not helping you, I'm not joining your side. It's like, how can I join your side if I don't even know what's happening right now? Ugh, it's so confusing. Yeah, first he wanted Lumi to stop at things and join him in picnic. Now stealing artifact. A friend who promised you that they would let you use it even though it is super important. He just went along with the yeah, picnic with Lumi. He was like so eager for it. Like kind of like one of those excitable puppies. He just kind of went along with the whole situation until everything went to hell. But yeah, I mean, you can never expect a good situation to stay good for too long in any RPG games. That's not how it works, you know. Unless you're at the ending or like the epilogue situation. But pretty much, if anything good is happening right now, it's going to be wrecked in like maybe a few minutes. Usually, especially if you're dealing with someone from the opposite side. Something dramatic is bound to happen.
あるかもしれないし、ないかもしれない。
What kind of answer is that? That non-answer.
かけとくよ。言いふらしたりしないから安心しな。
私はここで失礼するよ。ごゆっくり。ヒンツァは話好きでね。よく酒場で言うワイルドハントが知人に変化するって話を知らないってことは。
なるほど。そうかもな。
それなら今から始まるイベントがちょうどいい。
And we're still going to talk to more people. Wait, how many people are we talking to? Oh my god. It's almost midnight. And he should have asked me about where his spaceship was. He went to Llama for that reason first. Yeah, honestly, I feel like Llama would definitely not be the best person to ask because she's not, I mean, yeah, she does know the land, but she's also like not particularly like involved in the whole thing. Like, she's not any much older than like our main characters and all that, so why would you expect that she would know something about like from 500 years ago?
ルーレット勝負の準備ができましたよ。
Roulette showdown?
ちょっとやってみましょうよ。
Yeah, it should be becoming a talking sim. It's actually not as bad now because like the the dialogue itself is not too difficult to understand, because in before, like when they drop the lore, it's just way too complicated. There's like too many names and too many like terminologies involved. Like you just kind of get convoluted, and they have like a lot of philosophical discussions about things. At least this one is kind of like, we're in a party right now and making drinks, even though they keep basically hinting that we are not allowed to have drinks. So it's kind of, I don't even know why we keep getting put into bars when we're not even allowed to drink anything.
おいらたちは遠慮しとく
But yeah, it's voiced. I didn't thank God it's voiced though. I don't know. I don't know about the English dub, because like the English dub is missing so many things. But at least for now, the Japanese dub is still safe. The side characters are more interesting. Malvika just said, even your sisters from Abyss Princess, we won't take it against you. You're still our hero. And WB like, meh, picnic with Lubin. He has priorities. Because like, he spent his entire life with her, and only just the kind of few years went by without him like actively seeing her, as opposed to people like Malvika who he just kind of met anyways.
今日は新入りがいるから、このルーレット、内側と外側に分かれてるだろ。参加者は内側を回して、針が刺した飲み物を飲むんだ。ドリンクにはジュースやお茶、そしてノンアルコールドリンクを刺した時は脳幹だけど、お酒を刺した時は参加者は自分がドリンクを飲んだラウンドなら自分よりポイントが低い。
Are we seriously playing drinking games right now? Homie doesn't even remember his whole life, like 2 to 3% of it. Honestly, yeah, actually. I'm not really sure if he remembers what happened before he crashed down. He just has like a vague idea, like, oh, you know, I was traveling with my sister, and then we landed here, and then something happened, and we met the unknown god, and then I was like asleep for like 500 years, and then I woke up and like fished Paimon out of the sea, and we became best friends ever since.
バーテンダーが参加するのは公平性のためよ。強い
この新入りお酒に弱そう。
ちなみに飲み物はその都度補充される。このダークホースさ。
え？
ダークホースだって？喉くらいでダークホースが飲めるのか？
Is everyone's really like super?
ダークホースがあるなら私も参加。
Oh my god, is that some kind of famous alcohol?
運が良けりゃみんな飲めるだろうさ。このダークホースを一気に飲み干せば合計スコアの高さに関わらず
Wow, really?
質問できるルールだ。
Yeah, dark holes. They're so dramatic about the whole thing. If our lucky winner can drain the whole serving in one go. It's not even a lot, you know? I mean, that's just one cup. Honestly, I have a harder time drinking stuff like beer or like carbonated beverages in one go as opposed to like a hard drink. Because in general, especially like, I don't know, for me, I don't really understand the feeling when people say like, oh my god, the drink burns when it goes down my throat. I've only ever felt that with this one Chinese wine that I tried a few years ago. That was probably like 80% alcohol. That is straight up not fun. But anything lower than that, if you're talking about like 40% alcohol, it's like, it's just normal. Like, why are people being so dramatic about it? I actually tried, like, cause before when I was younger, well, technically I was already of legal age at this point, so I joined like one of my classmates' birthday parties at that time, and then they were all taking shots of like, I forgot exactly what the alcohol is called. Basically like this little shot glass, and then they set it on fire. They set the top layer on fire, and then you have to drink it all in one go. So that was like the whole game of it. Like a bunch of them were all standing around in a circle, and they were all gonna drink that at the same time. So when I wasn't part of that because I wasn't like friends with those guys. And then I watched them do it, and then all of them, as soon as I took the shot, they were all like choking on it, and they were kind of like coughing. It's like, oh my god, that was so strong, that hurts so bad. And they're kind of like, you know, fretting about trying to get like water or something after. It's just like, okay, wow, that seems like over exaggerated. So I just, out of curiosity, I was like, okay, I want to try that too. So I ended up going to the bartender. I was like, oh, can you just give me the same thing that you gave them? It's like, and he's like, oh, are you sure? It's like, yeah. And then I was like literally holding it in my hand, holding the shot glass in my hand. I was saying like, am I really about to do this? There's like literally fire coming out of this right now. It's like, you know what? It's fine. I'll just do it. I just drank it in one go. It's like, well, that was underwhelming. It's like I didn't even feel anything afterwards. So it's like, why are people so dramatic? I didn't even feel like that burning sensation that they were all talking about. So I don't know. Maybe we just have a high tolerance. Never drunk more than a cup in whole life. Ain't much of a fan. Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's good though. I mean, it's probably better not to get too involved with alcohol. I like alcohol though, but there are times when I get too lazy. Mostly because I usually have to drive afterwards, so I can't drink too much anyways. Like if I was going to drink, I would have to drink, let's say in the first hour, maybe just a little bit in the first hour, and then not drink anything for maybe the next 3 to 4 hours afterwards, and then I could drive home afterwards, just to be like sure, because obviously I can't really risk doing anything dangerous while driving, so I usually have to leave like a really big gap between it. Never drunk alcohol, never seen the point of it, could just be drinking ice too. Oh my god, you guys are so healthy. That's good though. It's much better. Both of my parents are allergic to alcohol, which is kind of ironic that I ended up not allergic to alcohol. So it's good for me, I guess. It's like technically safer. Like initially, when I was younger, my whole point was that I have to know how to drink alcohol because I don't want to be in a situation where I was forced to drink or I unknowingly drank alcohol and then ended up not being able to like take care of myself afterwards. Obviously, because especially as a girl, it's like a lot more risky for me to be in that kind of situation. So I had to like train my tolerance a little bit higher. So I think in general, if I was like in the office, I would probably be above average when it comes to like alcohol tolerance, considering like my size and all that. Yeah. If I was a Japanese salaryman, my liver would die by now. Region also matter in this. Yeah, honestly, those guys can drink. Also, Koreans. Like, when I watch them drink, like, how many bottles of soju in, like, a single sitting, it's like, bro, you guys are... you guys are tough also. Like, technically, soju isn't very high alcohol content. It's, like, maybe anywhere from, like, 12 to 17%. Which is not high if you're talking about like compared to like the harder stuff, like which can reach like 40%. But still, if you're drinking like a lot, like several bottles worth, you are going to get a headache the next day. And yeah, I wish I were healthy. I mean, at least the alcohol does not contribute to that though. Alcohol is one of those things that just really does not provide any benefit at all in any aspect, like nothing. It's like, you know how normally, like, fitness people would generally tell you there's always, like, a good and a bad side to food. But alcohol is like, for a lot of them, they pretty much agree alcohol does not do anything for you at all. Like, there's nothing beneficial. If you ever see a study saying, like, oh, you know, you should drink 1 glass of red wine every day, it's good for your heart health, that is a fucking lie. Because for one thing, the study that they did back then was, like, I think sponsored by a wine company? But in general, the more important thing is that the people that they were studying back then were generally on the richer end of the spectrum. Because if you think about it, what kind of people can actually afford to drink wine every single day? Which is usually richer people. And richer people can afford healthcare, can afford better food, can afford exercise. So obviously, they would be in generally better health overall as compared to people who could not afford wine every single day. So yeah, that whole study was like super skewed. So yeah, never believe a lot of the things that you see. Even a lot of scientific studies are like heavily flawed. So you kind of like have to look at it on a modern day lens, and then you really have to evaluate like, oh, did they do the study correctly, or were there's like full of biases and all that? I heard rum is kind of best way for frostbite. Is it true? I don't know. I mean, rum is a more tropical drink though. It's not really something that you would find in a very cold place. I would understand vodka. But in general, in actuality, alcohol is not really good for you. If you want to warm up, it's still better to drink hot water than it is to drink alcohol. Because like warming sensation that alcohol gives you is like very temporary in a sense. It will actually make you colder in the long run. I mean, from a science perspective, I think people's perceptions are still different, but generally because like alcohol will, I think, dilate your capillaries or arteries, something like that. I forgot exactly the specific details. I will like see if I can research about this again too, but basically the heating effect that you get from alcohol is just temporary. Later on, it'll actually make you feel worse. So it's better like if you're in a very cold country to just drink hot water. It's better for you rather than like alcohol. I can't believe they're really showing characters that are drunk like in a game like this. Oh my god, everyone is wasted. What the heck?
お前の嫁さんについて教えろよ。嫁さんは
What is this, guys? He looks so sus. Oh my god, what kind of face is he making right now? Oh my god. Yeah, hot chocolate in the winter is so good. Honestly, yeah, I really love hot chocolate so much. I also like iced chocolate, or just chocolate in general. I have a pretty bad sweet tooth, which I'm trying to curb, but I fall for it too much. Look at that in monetary scale? Yeah. Hot water is just drastically cheaper than alcohol, though. But to be fair, alcohol does have its uses, though. Did you know that you could actually dry clean clothes by using vodka? It's actually very good for that purpose. Like, for example, you know like how if you were in theater, you could not always clean your costumes easily between, let's say, between different takes or different shows very quickly. So one of the fastest ways to like temporarily clean the clothes is to put vodka, like even cheap vodka, into a spray bottle and like literally just mist your clothes with it, because the alcohol will kill the bacteria. The bacteria is usually what causes like the bad smells from clothing, so yeah, it can help a little bit while you can't like actively like dry clean your clothes at that moment. It also works for like deodorizing a lot of things, like for pillows especially. Or you know like how because mattresses and pillows tend to be very thick, so if you wash it the traditional way, it could actually get mold inside because it's not dry enough. So if you want to like do a really quick surface clean of your stuff, you could just spray it with vodka.
あなたの番ですよ。
I read that in big cruise, alcohol is cheap and goal is to have people drunk as much to make them do irrational purchases. Yeah, honestly, that probably makes sense. Same with casinos, I guess. People just make a lot of shitty decisions while they're drunk. So, yeah. I guess you guys don't have to worry about things like that, but definitely I have seen a lot of people be really, really stupid while they're drunk. I said I had one guy in the office curse at me like really really badly. He just kept saying like fuck you the entire time at me, and I was so mad at him, but I couldn't really do anything because he was like drunk and laughing the entire time. So I was like, oh, are you for real right now? And he kept joking like, oh my god, don't report me to management. It's like, I really want to report you to management right now.
えっけ
おい、バレないようにオイラに。
Eh? Is Paimon going to drink alcohol? What the? Oh my god, did they switch drinks?
本当に一気に飲み干した
Eh?
モンド人は本
Oh my god. Bro, Paimon was like such a scam. Yeah, I know, right? That guy was so rude. Yeah, cause like that time, one other guy got into trouble for saying something really rude to a female coworker, and that female coworker basically just kind of reported him for like sexual harassment, so it became kind of an issue. And then that other guy, so he kind of found the whole thing a little bit like of a joke, so that's why he kept like cursing at me, because I was so like I was also in like kind of involved in the whole situation. It's a long story, but anyways, it was just really really irritating. So yeah, I really don't like him, and pretty much I never interact with him while he's sober or drunk. Either way, he kind of sucks as a human
物以
being.
外には何があったとしても立ち止まって見るわけないでしょ
Yeah, it's definitely a waste of time to argue with a drunk person. Just kind of like ditch them. I also had another coworker who got so blackout drunk while he was out with another coworker, that at one point he actually drove home while he was drunk. I can imagine, like, so this is like literally drunk driving. He literally drove home drunk, and then when he got back home and then woke up the next day, he realized that his phone and wallet were gone. So yeah, and then he lost all his money from his accounts, which is so insane, right? When you think about it. Like, can you imagine getting so drunk that actually happens to you? And then same thing is, I was actually really mad at the coworker who was also there with him, because I just straight up asked her, like, why did you not take his keys? Like, it's like, oh, because, you know, he left without telling anyone. It's like, but no, like, if you were already drinking, you should have gotten his keys before you reached that point. Because, like, you know he drove here. Like, why would you let him drive home while he's drunk? And then you also didn't take care of him. So, like, his phone got stolen, his wallet got stolen, everything's gone. And the crazy thing is that this guy is such a dumbass that literally the week after that incident, so imagine he had to get a new phone and, like, replace all his cards, and, like, he just lost a lot of money, right? The week after this whole incident, he got blackout drunk again. I was like, he literally just doesn't learn his lesson. So ever since then, I have zero respect for him, and I never spend time around him, because it's like, how do you let that keep happening, right? That's so crazy. And, like, you're an adult with a job, and that actually, I mean, you would expect something like that to happen to a kid, or like maybe someone who just started drinking, like a recent, like, new drinker who got peer pressured or something. But no, this is a full-grown adult. I mean, granted, he just graduated college, but, like, still, you know, he's like a full adult with a job. So it's like, yeah, so... And the crazy thing is, the second time when he got blackout drunk, that was in the office! Like, he drank in the office. It was after working hours, but still, like, bro, there's CCTVs in the office. Like, are you insane? And yeah, he still thought that was normal. And then apparently he lost his shoe also. It's like, you were in the office, how did you even lose your shoes? Like, I don't know, at some point, like, I don't really want to think about all the crazy shit that he gets up to, because, like, that was so insane. Yeah, he's like acting like such a child, so I cannot respect him as a human being at all. And, like, a lot of people could tell, but his work ethic is good. It's like, no, there's still a limit, you know? Like, he might be okay at work, but I still don't want to work with him, though.
ルーレット勝負の成功を祝してもう一杯飲ませてもらおうかね。今日は楽しませてもらったよ。
Crazy thing is, we literally just did all this investigation and we got zero worthwhile information. What is it with this whole quest? Generally have so little patience with people, I couldn't deal with this guy's shenanigans at all. Yeah, honestly, I could not either. Like, I'm polite to him when I see him, but, like, I just generally cannot at all. Like, how do you do things like this as an adult, you know? And honestly, the fact that people in my office know about all of this stuff, and yet he's still in the office. Like, honestly, if I was his boss, I would have fired him for misconduct. It's like, how do you do that? Especially in office premises, you know? And, like, he's like a repeat offender, but whatever, that's not up to me. That's like above my pay grade, so I don't want to deal with any of that mess. Yeah, Venti would be so annoying in real life. He's cute, like, in the story, but, like, honestly, if I had to deal with someone like him, I think I would just give up as well. I don't like drunkards, honestly. I cannot do. Oh my god, what the fuck? What 100,000 Mora? What the fuck are you guys doing? Damn. My god, also the dice are huge. Are they playing TCG? Wow, Nefer, you're so mean. Yeah, look at those dice though. They're not even like regular size dice. Those are huge. It really feels like they're playing TCG.
取引成立だね。
What are these guys doing?
俺から提供できる情報は3つです。一つはワイルドハントの特徴。ワイルドハントはアビスの力に関わる現象です。
Okay, here we are with the Abyss again. You know, the ironic thing is we spent the entire Natlan storyline dealing with the Abyss and making sure that the Abyss would never haunt us again. And yet here we are, directly after, dealing with more of the Abyss.
そんなことは知ってる。
Need a bucket to roll? Yeah, imagine like, God, that dice is bigger than their fist. It's literally bigger than the palm of their hand. Whoa.
俺たちにとっても前代未聞の事態なんですよ。
まだ足りないね。
You're one of the biggest sponsors of the Abyss, to be fair. Yeah.
話は一つ。ライトキーパーが公表して
Weirdly enough, more Wild Hunt sites have disappeared than their involvement would indicate.
それって当たり前じゃないのか？別にライトキーパーに駆除されないと消えないわけじゃないんだろ？
確かに可能性はたくさんありますが、変なのはずっと安定していたその差が最近徐々に開く。
なんでなんだ
2つ考えられます。
I have a few dice on my table because I actually like sometimes when I go to like these convention things, they actually have like maybe some dice sellers, you know, like for D&D and all those kinds of things. Like, I don't play D&D, but then some of the dice that they made were like just so pretty and so colorful. But the hilarious thing was there was actually this dice seller who for some reason kind of like undercharged herself or themselves. I'm not really sure if it's like one person or a team. And she would have like two separate categories of dice. It's like one would be like a set dice, which is like the really expensive, like how many, like $20-$30 a set of dice, or like a complete set. It would be like, oh, you know, like more custom made, well, not really custom, but like higher quality dice. And then she would have like a bucket on the side that would be like really cheap, like maybe how much? $2 a dice? So like in comparison, like why would you spend so much on like $30-$40 set of dice as opposed to just getting a bunch of like $2 dice on the side? And I think later on she realized that because she was actually like mumbling to herself like maybe I shouldn't have set out this bucket after all. It's like yeah, you kind of shouldn't have because it's like way too good value because technically all the dice are made by them anyway, so like the quality wouldn't be too far off. So I actually picked out a bunch of like really colorful dice as well, and I've never used them, but they're on my desk because they look so good. They're like really colorful.
こんなことができる組織は少ないですし、
I play on both sides, all 12 sides.
行動するのは正直相当難しいと思います。
I feel like the stream elements thing is like popping up like faster. I don't know, the timing of these things is kind of messy.
気になるなら後者の線で調査することをお勧めしますよ。
Yeah, why are they not reporting what they do on purpose though? What would be the logic? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See, I always end up having the same thoughts as Paimon. Why would they not report the work that they're doing?
なかなか面白い情報だったよ。オタクの商売がうまくいってるのもうなずける。
Nefers always has like such a sus look on her face.
からかわないでくださいよ。本当にこれだけ。
おっと、私がいじめてるみたいじゃないか。
But you are a bully though.
足で情報を集めたことに敬意を。
Independence intelligence gathering. An answer to a simple question for 50,000 off your debt.
ワイルドハントの中で知人に会ったり、知人に会う幻覚を見た話ってのは。
いや、亡霊を見た。
へえ、私の貸した金は簡単に返せるん
だから本当にないんですってば。これは情報屋としてのプライドの問題です。
その
あいか。
あんたも勉強になっただろ。さ、 言っていいよ。こ
He is so exhausted dealing with her. It's hilarious.
貸してたんだな。
ああ、あいつは昔私の情報を転売してこそこそ差額を設けてたんだ。その時あいつは情報を買いたがってる人と話をつけてから私のところで買ってた。ちょっと罠を仕掛けた。
ちょっとかわいそうだな。
私を裏切った代価としては安いもんさ。ま、さてここで得られる。
Okay. Yeah, no wonder Dory fears her so much. I feel like everyone should fear Nefer though. My god, did you see the anecdote between Nefer and Yelan? They were so brutal to each other. But like in the polite, passive-aggressive way. It was like scary to watch, honestly. Those guys can be so intense sometimes.
断片的な情報が多いから。
Okay, I feel like after this section, I will probably go to sleep now because it's getting really late. And I have a feeling my boss is going to drop by the office tomorrow, so I'm like kind of like low-key stressed about it.
それぞれ信用できる情報。
一体何を企んでるんだ？
The wild hunt anomaly that occurred at Star Sand Shoal seems quite unique. Yeah, honestly, in that situation, Yelan was like the more what do you call the term? The more righteous party in a sense. Like you can tell Nefer's personality is a little bit off. She's more, I think, selfish in her motives compared to Yelan.
そして黒幕はそこに潜んで月髄を狙ってる。残る疑問は2つ。黒幕の
Additionally, that intel broker mentioned that some lightkeepers might be withholding information. Given the inconsistencies in Flynn's words and deeds, he might be a likely suspect. But let's not share that with Nefer for now.
とりあえずこの2つについて引き続き。
ただいま。
Yeah, wait, which one is... Oh, there's her arm. I didn't notice that. That's her prosthetic arm as well.
薬を保管しといてくれてたんだ。ほら。
Wow, well that does not look suspicious at all.
ありがとな。お疲れ様。いや、この後も仕事が残ってるから。それに大砲の発射は帰ってくる間もずーっと。頼む頼む。帰るまで発射しないでくれ。お前、あれに興味あったんだな。もちろん。何千何万もの部品で構成されたこんなにでっかい機械が。
Yeah, I'm so curious to see this whole thing operate though. I actually haven't seen anyone post about it. Although, I mean, we did see it in the trailer, but it's still not the same thing as like actually seeing it in action.
そうだね。前回の発射からしばらく経ってるしね。いいよ。
姉さん、ありがとう。二人も行こうよ。絶対損しないからさ。見てみようぜ。オイラたちも修理に貢献したんだしさ。
Yeah, we might as well watch the whole thing. Oh, we're not getting a break at all.
こんなに人が集まってるなんて。そりゃあ単純明快。一発でまるっと解決だ。大砲が作動する時のゴゴゴゴ。ああ、あたいにもそんなパワーが。そんなこと言うなよ。本当にくれてるのか？
Is she crying? Oh my god, Yoda! Launches firefly clones, oh my god. That would be hilarious. But why is Yehoda crying? It's not that big a deal. There's no way it's going to blow up, right? I mean, we literally just fixed it. That would be really annoying. What the fuck? Yo! This is so extreme, what the heck? Wow. Okay, that was kind of underwhelming too. That ended a lot faster than I expected it to.
すごいな。骨まで震えてる気がするぞ。めちゃくちゃ眩しくて、すっごい威力だったな。そりゃワイ イルドハントを解決できるわけだぜ。
Yeah, I would certainly save the light keepers a lot of running around.
なんだか生き返った気がする。残業も頑張れそうだ。
そんなに機械が好きだったんだな。
あたい仕事と趣味は分けて考えるタイプなんだ。機械に関する才能もぶっちゃけあると思うよ。でも今の仕事はあたいにしかできないし。じゃあなー。
Yes, saying goodbye the other direction.
かっこいいけど、薬の瓶と塩の瓶を間違え。さてと、人もまばらになってきたし、オイラたちも瀕死闘に。
Oh my god, finally. Oh, we have a break. My god, that went on for so long. I think that was close to like, what, 2 hours maybe of like the whole dialogue. So that was, yeah. It's new Star Rail update tomorrow. Yeah, I think it is actually. There was already, it was already, what do you call that? It was pre-installation. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Gamera Weeb. Like, we're just ending the stream actually. Because we finished like a huge section of Act 2 in the story. So I'm like really excited to finish this soon. I think by Thursday we should continue with the remaining portion of like our conquest. Yeah, thank you so much for joining today's stream though. 36 rolls. Actually, I don't know how many rolls I have in Star Rail as well. I haven't checked in a while. Hopefully, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to get Evernights, but we will see if she's like we're getting really sorry, but it's actually streaming for like an hour first and then the stream broke for a bit. So including this additional 1 hour 40, so it's like close to 3 hours already. But yeah, so I hope you can join the next stream though. Yeah, today was fun, so thank you so much to everyone who dropped by today. Don't forget to check in, and I will see you guys again soon. So the next schedule should be on Thursday at 10 p.m. UTC plus 8 again. Yeah, thank you though. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's just a little bit of like bad timing today. But you know, see you guys again soon. Have a great rest of the day, everyone. And I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.